We have some wild weather to talk about this Wednesday. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mackenzie Lake, here to break down section by section for you, starting with our national weather. If you've been keeping an eye on Hurricane Melissa, it's been moving erratically. It's been strengthening and weakening, and as of right now, it is a low-end Category 2 as it pulls further and further away from Cuba. So current winds about 100 to 105 miles per hour. What is good about this scenario, Melissa's moving over coastal waters that are a little bit cooler. So here's a look at my infrared satellite, but also overlaid with sea surface temperatures. As this continues to take a northeasterly approach, the water temperatures that it's running into will be much cooler than what it was seeing just a few days ago. So as it runs into cooler waters, it's going to lose a little bit more of steam, and it's also going to run into some wind shear, which means by the time this is set to make another landfall, it'll likely be a low-end Category 1 hurricane, but still bringing in some very big impacts. Now let's bring things back at home, because we've had quite the wild weather as well. Yesterday, heat was on the rise and we broke some records. So let's talk about it. Oxnard, we measured in at 95 degrees. That's breaking those records dating back to 1931. Similar scenario in LA, measuring in at 97. So upper 90s for today, expecting to be breaking another round of those daily records. And here's a look at your beach forecast. Hard to believe that Halloween is around the corner when I'm forecasting for temperatures into the mid-80s here in Santa Barbara. So since we broke some daily records yesterday, we might break some more again today. We still have our heat advisory in effect. Heat-related illness is very possible today. Until 7 p.m. that advisory lasts, and we're also looking at red flag conditions. So not only is a sweltering heat something you want to be watching out for, keep an eye on low humidity values, gusty winds, and please practice fire safety. If a fire were to spark up today, the National Weather Service is deeming that explosive fire weather behavior is possible. They don't use that term lightly. We're looking at the elevated fire risk for all areas highlighted in that red color. What is good about today, our winds lighten up quite significantly, so no wind advisories in effect. Here's a look at your hourly winds in Ventura. 15 miles an hour through 10 o'clock in the morning, dropping down a little bit by midday, but it is so toasty today you might not want to eat outside. Air conditioning, make sure you're hydrating and practicing heat safety as well. So we have 4 high pressure systems that we're tracking. There's another one right off our coastline. Luckily for us, that weather pattern cannot stand for much longer. Those high pressure systems scatter out of the area and leave way for one last system, but this is going to be quite the stubborn system. As we track through our Halloween, it's holding steady, meaning that temperatures look pretty pleasant. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, sunny and 75. Here's a look at that Halloween forecast. So trick-or-treaters heading out should have a ball. No winds expected, no watches and warnings, and no rainfall as well. Here's a look at our temperatures today. 85 in Santa Barbara, 83 in Montecito. Butterfly Beach, a really good place to head to today. If you can head out to the coastline and avoid the heat, it's advised to do so. We're maxing out into the 90s in Buellton and Santa Ynez. We're about 15 to 20 degrees above average for this time in October. 88 in Avila Beach, almost at 90 in San Luis Obispo. I don't think we're going to quite make it to that 90-degree mark, but easily breaking those 90s in Ventura. Take a look here. Again, we have Halloween around the corner, and these temperatures are quite toasty. Even overnight lows will be down into the 60s. So heat and fire safety should be at the very forefront of your mind. And of course, enjoy your Wednesday.